It is hot outside, and there's nothing better to do in the summer when the temperatures get a little warm than to head into a nice cool pool. But sometimes the worst part about that is that you get into the pool and your dog can't get in with you. But today, we're going to teach any dog how easy it can be to get in the water and cool themselves off. We're going to do so with Jim Helms. He's the owner of Jim Helms Dog Pals, and we have some friends that are going to help us too. We have Jim's dog Pyro, my dog Rollins is here, and our production assistant Corey, his dog Cassie's with us too. And their varying ability levels. How easy is it to get your dog to swim?
In most cases, it's relatively easy. There are some dogs who just are literally afraid of the water and don't want to go in. What we try to tell people is, I mean, if you're out here playing by the water, just play. Just have a good old time with you and watch your dog. And if you can get up by the stairs and you get him close to the water, go ahead and give him some treats, play with him, pet him. Just get him where he's comfortable with the water to start with.
So that's probably the first step, just getting him acclimated to the area that's around you.
Yep.
Now, once he's made the decision, or she, that they're comfortable, what's the next step?
Just slowly start to get them to come in. If you think your dog is going to have any kind of problems, and there are some types of breeds that don't swim well, you may want to think about actually putting a life preserver on them. It can make it easier for them. It'll feel more comfortable. But just slowly get them in. Pools are actually a little bit harder to start training your dog if they're afraid of water.
Than something like the beach.
Yeah, because at the beach they can just kind of walk in, they go in an inch and 2 inches, 3 inches. Well, here they've got to jump in several inches at one time. Plus it's kind of that steep slope going into the water.
Now, is there a way that you're supposed to lure them in? What kinds of tricks and tips would you give people out there?
I would start by, one, if you've got multiple dogs and there's other dogs swimming, sometimes just that peer pressure of other dogs can get your dog to go in. It really does work. But if they don't, if they like some kind of toy, a squeaky ball, a tennis ball, a tug rope, or food, and just slowly get them to come in and let them get used to it. Now, you may have to support them like you get in a pool, because we go from very shallow, I mean, this 2 inches on that first step to 4 feet, you may actually have to hold them up a little bit so that they're feeling comfortable. Don't force them in. A lot of people say, I'll just throw the dog in and he'll learn to swim or sink.
Not necessarily the best idea.
No, it'll work, I'm not going to lie, but the problem is you may make your dog so afraid of the water that he will never even come near the pool again, never near water.
And that can ruin your whole summer too, because
Right.
if people are sitting around the pool and your dog's barking all the time, no one likes that.
Right. So if you freak out the dog and you make him so afraid of it, I mean, I've seen dogs literally not come out into the fenced-in area where the pool is. So you get to that point, now it's really difficult to actually get them to want to be in the water.
What are some of the benefits of your dog being able to swim?
One is exercise. I mean, swimming is just like for our humans, there's no pressure on our joints, so it can be a really, really good exercise. If the dog is overweight, same thing, helps them get rid of some weight. And then there's 1,000 things you can do with your dog. We do paddle boarding, we go canoeing, we do fetch in the water, throwing it. There's dock diving, there's sport activities. So there's just a ton of things you can do with your dog in the water.
And not only are you increasing your bond with the dog, but at the end of the day, that dog is going to be exhausted.
Yes. And he's going to come in and just crash for the rest of the night.
And you can sleep through the night, you can do whatever you want after your dog goes to bed.
And a tired dog is a good dog.
It's very true. So you can have your dog swimming by the end of the summer, but be sure to do it safely. And for more tips about dog training and so much more, just head to mymassappeal.com later today.